Some Siberian irises. The herb pot that I didn't change over. Some weeds. Oh, that's a campanula I planted. Looks like it has a little bit darker bloom than the other campanula. That's the blue waterfall. I think this one's called birch hybrid. We'll see. Spirea is starting to bud up. The Camassia looks like it's starting to die back, but at least I got to see some of it before it's gone. It's through this section, there and there. I'm gonna go through and deadhead these daffodils, so it's just greenery. Then I'll plant in those pots later. The ground cover we put in has little flowers on it. Didn't die, so that's good. These two hydrangeas are ridiculous. Not quite sure why those are so much happier than that one, but whatever, I guess. This lupin, I think this is the lupin from last year because there's no reason it should have 500 blooms on it. You see all those heads? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. It's been eaten by slugs. I found them all on this yesterday, but Daisy's getting some bloom heads. Hydrangea's getting bloom heads. Lots of them. That's the foxglove that was supposed to be there. And this one decided to be purple. Annoying. That one's white. There are delphiniums. They didn't completely croak. It looks like one of them croaked in that pot. These two are alive. So that'll give us a little blue. It's nice. This clematis is happy. Hopefully I'll train that over onto the railing. I don't know why this one, maybe the wind, I think that maybe the wind's coming from this direction, so. Look at this GM pot. I had these last year, so I guess the plants are nice and established. They're looking nuts. There were a ton of GMs at the Chelsea Flower Show. Really popular. This is a new yellow lupin. I don't know. Oh, it's got a head in there. It looks like the top's been chopped off of it, so we'll see if that can survive. I tucked some lobelia in a few places. Here's the lobelia. So that's gonna be, this one's gonna be blue, it looks like. I think those are gladiolas coming out. And then there's some more lobelia. Oh, there's another blue one over there. Oh, there's some more blue lobelia. The oak leaf hydrangeas look pretty happy. They're putting on a lot of new growth. Still a weird shape, but Tiarella over there is happy. It's funny. What else we got going on? I haven't been in this corner yet. It's a little weedy, but that's spirea starting to get white blossoms on it. This rose looks pretty good, although it's the least good of the three. The roses are doing amazing for some reason. The tree is still alive, but not the most happy. It's got a lot of the tips that are dead. Not really sure what to do about that, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. This has some yellow hollyhocks that look like they've been pretty abused, but it's got a fresh leaf, so I'm just gonna leave those alone. Hopefully they'll live. These larkspur are holding on in the front. This is funny, I thought that was just a root. I threw it in there and it's a painted fern that was still alive apparently. So it's just living there for now. Is that everything? That's pretty much everything. Just some gladiolas coming up. It's a white Dalmatian foxglove, they called it. It's got the little spots in it. Alright, what's going on over here? Giant waterfall campanula and a Walker's Low Nepeta, apparently planted too close. I like that this campanula is coming up through the hydrangea. That's going to be fun. The Gara is still alive, getting bigger here. This is kind of a mess back here, but it's still alive. The jasmine is kind of yellow and the clematis is falling down, so I need to come tie that up. The daisies have a ton of blooms on them. I don't know what's going on. There's a big gap right here, but whatever. The Weigela has little pink blooms down there. Very silly. Oh yeah, there's a baby tiny yarrow, so cute. I don't know if that's in focus. I think there's another one over here. Yeah, look at that. I like that color. The Crocosmia foliage is huge already. These delphiniums do not look happy. I think this corner is just too exposed for this sensitive stuff. There are two blooms on this peony, but these two are very sad. So I'm gonna have to find a new spot for those two. I do not like it here. This plant, I don't even know what that is. It's very happy. Go look up the tag for that. Those hollyhocks are a little more protected. It looks like they're pretty happy still. This mint is going nuts in here. Some chives. Some alliums. I don't know, their heads look a little damaged. I don't know if those are going to come up or not. This looks like that plantain that we saw the other day, so I'm gonna let it go and see if it gets those cool kind of cone heads on it.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Come on, Sonny.
The happiest bunchberry for now. Getting a little munched on. Nepeta's happy. Saxifrage still has some blooms on it, which it doesn't in Tacoma anymore, so look up what this is before I yank it out. That's interesting foliage. Pretty allium. Excited about that lupin. Tulips are dying back. I don't know what I planted here, but it's alive. It's something scented. Sweet Spire or something like that. This Columbia hedge seems happy. Mock orange is getting eaten a little, but it's still alive. Look at this happy rose. So excited about that. Need it to come up here so we can see its pretty flowers. Here's a nice lupin. This one has different color buds, I think. So I had a slug on it yesterday. I pulled off. It's a little eaten up, but it's alive. This has blooms on it that are supposed to smell nice, but it's very small and sad right now, so we'll see if that stays there. This pot I was going to replant this weekend, but I'm just going to leave it. It's going to be really heavy for me to do by myself, so I'm going to do it later. There's a lupin in there. There's one down there. They don't get as much sun. They're pretty small. This is kind of just a smorgasbord of things. These osteospermum get really ugly when they're not deadheaded. So, oh, the lilac is alive. I thought I killed it. There's a lilac there, like a little mini one. These bulbs were kind of duds. We'll see, maybe they'll be good next year. The tree, hydrangea tree, is alive. I think limelights in general bud up pretty late, so there's no buds yet, and I think that's a good thing because it's been so cold and windy. It looks as good as can be expected. This, last night I thought this looked bad, but then today it looks like this is new growth. So maybe this is just dieback from last year, and then it starts to put on the fresh growth. Keep an eye on that. And then these are Mom's Foxgloves. They look pretty good considering. You can see how burnt it is on the bottom. It does not like being in the sun, but it bloomed anyway. So that's nice. Let's see. Honeysuckle looks like it's gonna have a early summer bloom. We'll see. Looks very happy. Fern garden looks fine. There's a little clematis I tucked in that corner that is alive. That made me happy. I was pretty sure I killed it. This pot needs something fancy in it. I'm gonna think about what that's gonna be. I mean, the sage is happy, but it's always eaten, so I'm gonna clean that out. That coral bell is trying to bloom, but it's too wet. Yeah, I think this is just frost damage. But the buds seem okay. So probably come in and clip some of that off. The hops are hilarious. I tried to pull it down yesterday. I don't know if I broke it. This viburnum is blooming. It looks like a lace cap hydrangea. It's pretty. This rose is the happiest. Well, it seems the happiest because it's up off the ground. So we'll be able to see the buds over the top of the fence when you're walking up. So that's really exciting. I think the clematis I planted might be dead. Looks like the roots are kind of exposed. I'll try to bury the roots and see if I can save it. I have little hanging buds on my little tree here. Japanese snowbell, but this is weeping. Lots of strawberry buds coming out on the sidewalk is kind of fun. This hellebore being so happy is completely ridiculous. Never seen such glossy, happy, shiny leaves. Hers seems happy there too. The sedum. I like this trio of sedum here with the dark. And then this one has like a red tinge on the edge, and then that one's just green. It's really nice. Lots of strawberries. Some of the Delosperma is still alive and actually has some blooms. That's fun. Stuck some Bacopa in. That one doesn't look so happy, but this one's got some good blooms, which is fun. Looks like there's more of that ground cover. The little stars. Maybe that's a blue star creeper.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That was one of the other ones. That was one of the other ones.
Let's see. Stuck a little geranium there. It's still alive. I might bring some more. Still have some bleeding hearts, white and pink. The Rebecca Goldspur seems really happy. I did every other. The salvia, I don't know if it's getting eaten or burnt or something, but it's still alive. I'm hoping it makes it. This one looks pretty good. And then the wax myrtle seems like it liked being pruned. It's got a lot of new growth on the top. And my Astilbe garden looks amazing. I really like the greenery of Astilbe. The flowers aren't my favorite, but I don't know, maybe these will be good. You can see there's two pinker looking ones in the front and then the white ones in the back. Two Brunnera in here. Oh, is this? No, it's just stuck. So there's one here with smaller leaves, and one here with these big old leaves. It's nice, Jack Frost, I guess. Still has these pretty flowers though. Yeah, this is looking better. I'm gonna get some ground cover in here. Oh, I brought lamium with me in the car. I'm gonna put some of that in here. The Solal is so happy. Look how cute this is. Hello, babies. Happiest Solal ever. So cute. Japanese maple is alive. It's getting a little less red color, it looks like, which is fine. Actually, the contrast was very good with the fence when it was kind of a reddish orange. I actually kind of like the green. The climbing hydrangea. Spring blooms. It. This other one, I think I'm gonna need to direct it toward the, it's leaning out for some reason. So, get some twine out and redirect that later. Some things I planted down here didn't survive. Don't know if it got too cold or, oh, there's a slug right on it. Look at that. That's why they didn't survive. There's one. I didn't bring a glove, so I can't grab it. And put that hellebore in the ground. The jasmine doesn't look very happy. Maybe it's just been too cold for it. It was looking really good, and now it's all frostbitten and sad. This transplant could look better. Looks like some of the branches are dying. Sad. This side is pretty happy. It's the new red growth on the huckleberry. And it's got flowers. And then this is inside out flower that now has buds. But no flowers yet. Red flowering currant has more greenery. And the rhodie is very sad looking now, but it's dead. Okay. Lavender is shockingly happy. This slug is gonna drive me nuts. So I'm gonna use a paper towel to pick it up. Because it's just literally munching on my stuff. It can get giant in the garbage can. Because there's lots of weeds in there to eat. Okay, almost done. There's the other side, the hops. This is the Derby mint section. There's still some strawberries trying to survive in that pot. I trimmed these up so the woodruff's alive now. And here are the happy, hilarious giant lavenders. This must be getting a little wind. It's getting a little brown on it, which sucks. That down there is a happy bunchberry. This jasmine that I put in, it's alive. It has some buds down there, but I need to tie it up better. And the ridiculous dying constantly dogwood. This is my weed section where I grow weeds. And this is the only place that this Jacob's ladder is happy. So it must just be a shade plant. Maybe I should plant it in the shade garden. It's the nursery. This I think is a weed. I don't know why I put it in here. I think I was waiting to see if it was a weed. All right, that's it. Salmon berries, happy. No berries on it yet though.